Daenerys Targaryen. She says she is the mother of dragons. But would you trust her with your kids? Her father was a maniac. She palled around with Dothraki terrorists. She asked the city of Karth for a government bailout. Then she lost 3 baby dragons after placing them in an unlocked wooden box. An unlocked wooden box. This Khaleesi wants to be queen of the 7 kingdoms, but can she be trusted? Daenerys Targaryen. Wrong for dragons. Wrong for the realm. Paid for by the Committee to Protect Dragons.
We don't know anything about him.
He was never really vetted.
Is he really the true-born son of Robert Baratheon?
All over the 7 kingdoms, people are asking the same question. Who is the real King Joffrey? The people of Westeros are hurting. Winter is coming. Crop yields are falling, and the price of fuel is going up.
The cost of peat moss is through the thatched roof.
And this young and inexperienced king takes advice from a whoremongering imp and has launched an illegal war in the north. What is King Joffrey hiding? This is not our kind of family values. King Joffrey. What a bastard.
What a bastard.
Paid for by the young Baratheons for freedom. Robb Stark. He's the biggest celebrity in the North. But his father was a traitor. He arrested his own mother. His bastard brother deserted the Night's Watch. And he couldn't defend his own castle. Worst of all, Robb Stark hasn't stopped the wildlings from invading our lands and taking our jobs. He even has an illegal alien for a nanny. And now he wants to be king in the North? King? Some people say he's really a wolf. Some people say he eats dead people. We can't wait until it's too late. Send a raven to Winterfell now and tell Robb Stark to go back home. Stop eating dead people and defend the damn wall. This ad paid for by Crossbows GPS.
You shouldn't have to pay to talk to the people closest to you, or the people who used to be. That's why Umbrella Wireless is proud to announce the new Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan. Now you'll get unlimited calls to your best buddy, your mom, or Cindy, once she realizes that you're seriously meant for each other and should stop screening your calls. Now the 30 minutes of agonizing silence where you're both afraid to hang up may drain your battery, but it won't drain your wallet. And you'll get unlimited calls just to check if she still cares enough to pick up, with no extra charges. With the Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan, your phone will automatically answer calls from your ex, because maybe she finally realizes that you're the only one for her and wants to get coffee sometime. Now, after lonely nights of looking at pictures of the road trip you took together when everything was great, your misspelled texts are absolutely free. The only thing you have to pay for is the booze. The Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan, because she wants you back. She just doesn't know it yet.
When you can't find anything to watch on cable, you get bored. When you get bored, you listen to radio cooking shows. When you listen to radio cooking shows, you invite a friend over for dinner. When you invite a friend over for dinner, you use twice as many beans. When you use twice as many beans, you expel deadly farts that kill your friend's dog. When you kill your friend's dog, your friend becomes unstable. When your friend becomes unstable, you're sued for everything you're worth. When you're sued for everything you're worth, you're thrown to the streets. When you're thrown to the streets, you devote your life to world domination. When you devote your life to world domination, you become an evil fascist overlord. When you become an evil fascist overlord, old friends plot their revenge. When old friends plot their revenge, you are shot in the back of the head. And when you're shot in the back of the head, you miss your jazzercise appointment. Don't miss your jazzercise appointment. Upgrade to Indirect TV. Go online or call 1-800-DIRECT-TV.
Millions of Americans every day are shedding unwanted pounds by taking tested and proven Ultra Lipo Stick. Carbohydrates are bad. Our carbo-fighting antioxidant is good. Just listen to these satisfied customers.
My name is Gail, and I lost like 20 pounds on Ultra Lipo Stick.
My name is Jared, and I lost 46 pounds using Ultra Lipo Stick.
My name is Zach, and I actually gained weight. This stuff sucks!
Ultra Lipo Stick is safe and easy to inject. Just 3 doses 4 times a day discreetly underneath your fingernail. Listen to this.
I used Ultra Lipo Stick and suffered from side effects like uncontrollable greasy discharge.
Ultra Lipo Stick, it turned the armpits of all of my shirts orange. This stuff is crap.
Try it today and see some real results. Ultra Lipo Stick. Not available in stores. Results may vary.
Zinc Media. Feel the power of knowledge.
Most politically incorrect black man on the planet, Rod Eccles.
Hello, my fellow Americans. It is I, your lovable host, El Rod, coming to you live from my bunkerized home studio somewhere within the great granite state of New Hampshire, where the state motto is still live free or die. It is not big government or bust. It is Friday, May the 22nd, in the year of our Lord, 2015. It is free-for-all Friday, meaning, wherever the winds take us is a topic up for discussion. In order for you to participate and to suggest a topic, you might want to pick up the phone or whatever you use to make old-fashioned phone calls with. Toll free 603-835-3224. That's the number. Number you can always call between 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Speaking of which, we will not be here on Monday, which is May 25th, which is Memorial Day observed day. So we will be taking... Now, I know a lot of people are probably, what's he going to do during the holidays? Now, as I have always done, the show's gone dark on holidays. Let me give you a breakdown of what's going to happen. July 4th, Independence Day. I like to, it's a holiday as far as I'm concerned, but it's a Saturday. So we'll be here. We don't take, the non-holiday. Oh, you're going to take off the 3rd? No. But it is summertime, and it is time for, I will be on a speaking tour, so I'll be, as I said, I'll be speaking probably in a town near you if you're east of the Mississippi pretty soon. So there will be nights that I'll be coming live from a strange place, or there might be a guest host here, or it might be a best of program simply because I'm out there talking. Or well, not talking, but speaking live. That's a good thing. But as we get into the season, there aren't any other holidays that we really have to worry about between now and Labor Day. Now, I do believe that Labor Day is Monday. Let's look at the calendar here. Let's pull it up. Monday, September 7th. Well, if that's Labor Day, won't be here. Won't be a show. Because you get out there and enjoy your freedom and be with your family. And you're probably saying, well, what about any other? What about Halloween? All Hallows Eve. No. However, when it comes to Thanksgiving, we will be dark. There will be a bus. We'll be dark for, well, it won't be dark for a week. But here's the plan for that time frame. It is planned that we will have 3 best of shows, Monday through Wednesday. And that Thursday and Friday will most likely be dark because everybody's going to be with their families. Who's going to be, you shouldn't be spending time listening to the radio. There isn't really much happening on Thanksgiving Friday, if you will. And of course, Christmas. Well, for Christmas, it's kind of like we're on school vacation. We take from Christmas Eve off. In other words, December 23rd. We go right up to December 23rd. And we don't come back until that first Monday after New Year's. So in this particular case, New Year's Day is on a Friday. So we'll be back Monday, January the 4th, 2016. So we'll be off between, once we get off the air on Wednesday, December 23rd, going all the way then. So I'm just giving you a heads up of what's happening up to that point. Now, I know some people are saying, well, you should just have, you shouldn't do that, Rod. You should probably have, like best of shows. And yeah, there will probably be a bunch of best of shows being played. Because, one of the things that I've always found kind of annoying when you're tuning into some of the big guys is that they have the guest hosts. Now, the guest hosts have families. They have places they'd like to be too. And I fully understand it's the whole lure. Hey, Rod, but let me tell you something. If Rush Limbaugh or Sean Hannity said, can you be live? Do a live show on December 24th and 25th. I'd say, you know what? It'd be an awesome opportunity, but nobody's going to be listening anyway, so no. And, but they don't, I'm just using them as an example. They don't do that anyway. They have best of shows that they're playing because they can't have dead air on terrestrial radio. It's not the same as digital radio. Digital radio gives you a little bit more flexibility, if you will. Speaking of flexibility, I don't know. I'm getting kind of fed up with the NFL. I really, this whole Deflategate thing has just gotten way, 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 way out of hand. And, I don't care. Look, I don't care how good Tom Brady is, or I don't care how good Tom Brady thinks he is. I don't care how good, the Patriots are, or have been, or they think that it doesn't matter. I'm not a Patriot fan. I'm not that much of a Brady fan. I mean, he's a great quarterback. I don't care what else is out there. You can't. It's not like you can't put foreign substances on a football and make it because like a spitball or something in baseball. I mean, come on, this is just getting redonkulous. People need to get over this. Did he cheat? Look, that's what penalties are for. Look, I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I could care less what the Pats do. But, hey, what he's doing it hurts the game of football, Rod. It hurts all of football. Well, I think the NFL has hurt the game of football all on their own. They didn't need players. Look, they're handing out a suspension of 4 days for Tom Brady, but they were handing out suspension of what 2 days for a known wife beater, domestic violence person, and he's not the only one. Come on, you're gonna tell me that a slightly underinflated football is more important than domestic violence? No, not at all. And this whole notion that Goodell is taking this stance is simply because of Kraft and Belichick and Brady are probably 3 of the most disliked people in the NFL. Why? Because they win too much. That's why. If this were the Patriots of the 80s and early 90s that didn't win an awful lot, nobody would care. Nobody would dislike Tom Brady. If he wasn't so good and his stats weren't so what they were, nobody would dislike Tom Brady. If Tom Brady wasn't married to Giselle, but married to an average, every